Hi everyone, so it's me again, here's Likuda Kashi. So maybe some of you have seen my short videos, or you haven't, but I need all your corrections because I'm still trying to find myself and articulate myself around this vlogging thing on mental health and well-being. But this is really a topic which is so dear to my heart. I'm so vested in it. I really love doing it. I really love to work around it with different people, different communities. So thank you guys for tuning in. Okay, so I'll try to do like a brief introduction to myself and give you some of the few points that we need to talk about today. So I'm Leslie Kudakashi, as I said, and I'm a mom, full-time mom. Yeah, I like to call it full-time mom because, guys, it's a full-time job. And I also have a full-time job as a social care worker, and I'm also a college student part-time. I'm doing my honors in psychology. My first degree was I majored in social studies, but I decided like I need to go back to really major in psychology. And why? Because I developed a passion, around humanity, how they think, how their brains function, their mental health, like what's really going on in each and every person's daily life, daily routines, their mentality on everything. Are they suffering? How are they coping with that? So I'm trying now to study deeper into that, and good luck to myself. Why am I saying good luck to myself? I've added a lot to myself. Remember, I said I'm a mom. I'm working full time, and now I need to run between assignments. I need to attend lectures. Some of the times it's part-time, so it's not always that I need to be attending my in-person lectures, but sometimes I'm needed there. So the question is, how am I managing this? How is this affecting my well-being? Obviously, my well-being can be affected. Maybe my story is similar to someone out there, or maybe there's someone who is hesitant to take a go further because they are like, there's a lot going on around me. But what makes us happy as people sometimes is reaching a goal that you really like, is reaching for the stars that you are really aiming to reach for. So I'll try to give you a few points, like how am I trying to do it. Yeah, trying. I am trying. I wouldn't say, oh, I'm managing, or I'm really doing it now. The key word is, how am I trying to manage? So, okay, the first one is like, I try to plan ahead. Okay, making use of technology around me. And I try to make use of calendars, tasks. I use a Google application called Task to put all my weekly tasks, my monthly tasks, so that I know what's coming on in the next day, in the next week. This will be really helping me than trying to do things from my head. Many times we forget because yes, we're humans. So I try to put my schedule, my diary to be on all the time so that I know what's scheduled, I know what's urgent, I know what I really need to do next. Why am I saying scheduling and planning is very important? Because you don't try to overwhelm yourself to do things last minute. Guys, some of you or some of us have been to college already. You know the pressure of submitting assignments. What about our daily work on its own? We have targets. I work in a social care community where they work with vulnerable people. So sometimes it's not easy, guys. You're trying to help someone, but sometimes it weighs you down. So yeah, that's where planning comes, because you need to know, what are you really focusing on this week? Is it your weekly target? Is it school? Or is it your family? Guys, above everything, we need to have family time. I have a son. He needs his mommy. So yeah, I would say planning, that's the first thing. And self-care to me is not negotiable. It's non-negotiable. Why am I saying self-care is important? Having enough sleep. Guys, don't underestimate the power of sleep because our bodies, they need to recharge. They need to reset. So stop overworking yourself where you don't sleep enough, where you don't eat enough. Especially home cooked meals are my best, are my favorite, because I'm trying to eat healthy at the moment because my body is working full time in different scenarios, in different in different communities. So I need to eat really well. We might underestimate this thing. There's a time and point in my life where I was rushing every day, just grabbing a coffee, grabbing a scone, grabbing a sandwich. Guys, there's a time you feel exhausted all the time because your body is signaling you, it's complaining. So sleeping, eating very well. Let's make an effort to eat a balanced meal, to eat healthy, not fast foods all the way, because sometimes fast food is the only answer available because, guys, sometimes you're exhausted, you're very tired. You just need to grab something very fast, eat, and you go to sleep. But are you doing good to yourself? The answer, I think, is no. And the most very important thing around everything is I try to seek support to people around me, trying to ask for help, reaching out like, guys, I need help in these areas. This can be my friends, this can be my family, this can be my husband. Trying to talk about things, having honest conversations on where I need help with the baby, where I need help with the household. So it really helps you because you're not a Superman. Let's not try to be Captain America because no, we're not superheroes. So let's allow ourselves to be vulnerable. Like, I really need help. I can't do this week or next week or whatever, but try to have a community around you that will try to help you. Remember, you need to ask yourself these questions every day. Why am I doing this? That's what I always do to myself. I always ask myself, why am I doing this? The answer is, I have a goal that I need to reach. I have a star that I need to go for. But this star, I can't be an island where I do things alone. You need to have a community. You need to reach out to your family. You need to reach everybody has someone whom they trust. The key point here is don't try to be an island because from my experience, it doesn't work. Why am I saying it doesn't work? So many times we try to live with this myth which says you need to be fine. Everything, it has to be fine. But no, guys, it's okay not to be okay. So there's this social pressure to always appear fine to everybody. Does that really work? No, I don't think so. Because maybe you're afraid or you're ashamed to tell people that you need help. I have a lot in my plate. So this is the small things. Maybe we can say these are small things we're talking about where for me it's just work and school and me being a mom. But sometimes it may be more to that. Okay, we go through different phases in life. We go through different problems as human beings. So sometimes you don't need just little things or bigger. Oh, don't call them little things because the little things that we say think they are little. Sometimes they can grow to be bigger things. You know, our bodies, they don't need to feel overwhelmed all the time. That's why I'm saying minding your well-being is very crucial because, for example, it's a car hitting in the road. You're hitting it, speeding it. It's going to overheat. The car is going to crash. It's going to explode. So this also goes on for our bodies. So sometimes there are small things we say, just work. Or whatever commitments we have, we have different commitments. Everyone have a different life. But there are small things that we think they are small, but they're actually overheating our bodies without us knowing it. They will have long-term repercussions, they'll have long-term effects on us. So I'm saying you don't need to get to a point where you think a problem is bigger. Maybe when I'm diagnosed depression, a problem has to be bigger, where I'm having suicidal thoughts, or where maybe I lost someone, a bigger problem. I consider this problem bigger when I've lost my job. No. The smaller things that I try to jot on my introduction, that for me, just work, it's just school, it's just me being a mom. But are they really small? That's a good question. They are not really small, because each time you feel overwhelmed, for example, waking up in the morning and you just don't want to face the day. To me, that feeling alone, it's a sign that you are not okay and you need to take care of yourself, because you don't need to reach a point where you have bigger problems, as other people want to call them. But self-minding yourself, well-being, taking care of yourself, it starts on the morning when you're waking up. How are you feeling? Are you ready for the day? What's your schedule for today? Are you really ready to tackle everything? If you're not ready, you're feeling that feeling like, oh, no, not again. That's where I'm saying you need to take care of your well-being, because these things, they pile up until we think like we are not doing enough with ourselves, until we think we are not stretching enough to cover everything. Yet I've said you can't cover everything alone. Remember, I said we're not superhumans. Sometimes maybe you don't need help, like physical help, but you just need someone to talk to. Guys, this is really important. You need, even like talking to your manager, like not like personal stuff, or like your manager is not your counselor or your therapist. No, talking to him like, for this target this week or this month, I won't be able to finish it, or maybe I need an extension. Because the mistake we do many times is trying to be super in everything, top of your game, is what people try to say. I want to be top, I want to be on my A game. But sometimes we need to cool off. We need to recharge. So trying to tell people and explain how you are feeling at that moment, it really helps you. Don't try to be a Superman. Yeah, that's the importance of self-compassion. Like feeling sorry for yourself, like, I just need a rest. When was the last time you just rested? Not doing anything, not thinking of anything. Some people say that's not really possible. There's a lot going on in life. Yeah, there is a lot going on, but sometimes you need to take a deep breath and try to reconnect with yourself, try to recharge. So that's very important. So sometimes you just need to jot things down. This really helps me sometimes. A journal or a diary, just writing things, like they need to come out of your chest. It's a lot that you need to spill it out. So remember, I said you don't need bigger problems to start taking care of yourself. Maybe there's someone like me who is a mom, who is also working. You know, sometimes it's like our work area. Sometimes they can be hell. Okay, you're coming from another hell, going to another hell. Why am I calling our homes a hell sometimes? Kids are waiting for you. You need to prepare their day for tomorrow at school. You need to prepare their lunch boxes. You're coming from work and they're all waiting for you. They like to call us super moms. Or maybe you're a dad. You have had a bad day at work. Now you're at home. Your kids are waiting for you. Your family, they're waiting for you. In whatever circumstances everyone is, it's like sometimes you just need to scream because it's a lot to take in. That's why I'm saying you need to sit down and recharge. You need to sit down and talk to people. It can be your partner, it can be your friends. Even if you don't trust anybody around you, you know, there are various organizations which offer free counseling sessions. Just counseling, sometimes you didn't need to wait until you're damaged. You know, talking about silly things. Okay, people like to call it silly things. Or like, hey, to my work, my boss is doing this to me. I have bills to pay. Life is now very expensive. You need to talk to someone. Trust me. After a few minutes, after a few sessions, you feel like, okay, okay. It's like you relieved again. So maybe people might offer solutions for you, or they will try to help you how to cope with life around you. So my point is like, our life, let's not wait until we are completely damaged so that we need to go for help, so that we need to scream, or maybe we need to now starting to accept that you are vulnerable. No. As human beings, we need to recheck of ourselves each and every day. Remember, I said, when you wake up in the morning and you're feeling like, I'm not feeling ready for this day, I'm not ready. When your mind is like speeding, screaming, okay, just take a deep breath, take a few steps back and try to find out like what's really going on with you. What is making you feel this way? Is it work? Is it family? Is it any other commitments which are around you? So this is where you need to start self-care. Okay. And yeah, so I was saying okay, the other point is downside of faking it. People, they have this statement, fake it until you make it. Is it true? Does it work? I don't know, guys, but for me, it doesn't work. It never worked with me. The more I try to fake it, they just say, just woke up in the morning, keep your head up, okay? Ready for the day, tackle it, no matter the problems. It's like you're begging yourself, okay, and you try to portray this face, this posture. You're just faking it, but you're damaging yourself. If you're not okay, it's okay. Even to let people around you like you're not okay, as I said, like you don't need to fake anything. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay not to be okay. So guys, this is what I was needed to talk to you about today. Like, you don't need bigger problems for you to start taking care of your well-being. You don't need to lose someone. You don't need death in your life. You don't need to lose your job. You don't need to lose your house for you to start saying, oh, things are really not going well. No, our daily routines can be very overwhelming to us. Our daily life can be very, 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 very overwhelming to us. You can be a mom, you can be a dad, you can be someone without a family who is still single, or who's just living alone, or who's just living with anybody else. But my point is, life on its own is a challenge. Life on its own has its daily problems, hourly problems, every minute in life is giving us something. But we need to take care of ourselves. I always like this statement from my counselor, like, you come first in everything. That's very true. That's very true. You come first in everything, because we need you as a model. We need you as you. So you don't need to take bullets for other people. You don't need to take this baggage for other people. Each and every person have their own baggage. The minute you try to do that, you're damaging yourself. It can be your kids. As mothers, we like this. I'll carry this for my kids. Of course, as mothers, we are very protective. But we also need to train our kids how to deal with their problems. We need to have open conversation, honest ones, on how to help each other. So thank you guys for listening to me today. Hopefully, I've made one or two points that really make sense. And remember to subscribe, share, and like. And I'll try to make a different topic next time. Thank you. Bye.